I think the key is to Lilly. She can't take criticism. And at this age, I can't see that improving. Lilly Singh. Lilly Singh. Superwoman, I, Superwoman, I. Indeed. Great name. I mean, I can really talk. My username is incredible. But she's back in the news again. I guess, you know, you can't get enough of her. I guess most people can really not get enough of her, even though her show is literally hemorrhaging viewers, getting less views per show than Carson Daly, who was basically unknown to most American and worldwide audiences. But somehow, even though with 15 million subscribers on YouTube, she's managed to get less views than the previous person who no one knew existed. A lot of people, I knew, a lot of people didn't know he existed. So I guess she's got a lot of transferable, you know, fans over from YouTube, if it's less now than it was before, and it's a super late time slot. Right. But back in the media again, she's had a couple of bits going on. She said something a couple of weeks ago about turbans, and then she got attacked by the Sikh community. I think it's absolute bollocks that she got, you know, jumped down the throat of there for making a joke. It wasn't a very funny joke, but I mean, there was no ill will there. So maybe people just need to get out of their own asses, including her, but also people, man, grow the fuck up. Stop it. But she's put out this tweet recently, and it's hitting headlines across the world. Probably the most promotion for the show has been that opening monologue, which was dog shit and ridiculously bad, and got absolutely parred by everyone. If you don't know, par is like it's like when you par someone, you like insult them. It's a British slang. But then also with the Sikh turban thing, with I can't remember who the guest was. Also found out that she's in a joke stealing debacle. Didn't know this. Don't know the particulars of it, but it's pretty confirmed that, man, you're a joke stealer in your realm, in your world. That's Judas, man. No one likes Judas. Not even, I mean, Jesus, he was a bit indifferent at the end, you know, but he still loved him. But everyone, generally, doesn't like Judas. And now this. So they've all been negative experiences, I guess. It's pretty familiar. That's what most people have when they go to a channel. I'm a dick. And this is exactly what she's talking about. Her tweet reads, "Imagine making a living by posting mean videos on YouTube." Yeah, I mean, okay, great. There are mean people in the world. I'm glad you noticed after all this time, I guess, you know, 30 plus years of life, you've noticed, oh, there are mean people in the world. I guess mean people would make mean videos. Even if they're funny, they might be mean, but, you know, I'm glad that you've established that much common sense after 30 years of life. There are dickheads in the world. But there's an equal amount of good comedy that comes out of shit and badness and awfulness than there is like positive and nice stuff in the world. People joke about bad shit. That's just how shit works. The downward spiral, the bad energy, the karma, the entitlement, the lack of creativity, the waste of potential. Wow, she's really changing the tone of this. Mean people aren't necessarily not creative. I mean, some of the most creative people I know are like the dickhead pranksters. They're the guys. They were the lads. That was the shit back in the day. Young kids, don't follow this example. It's not good for the soul or the longevity of your career. Well, I guess the stuff you're doing isn't probably going to be good for the longevity of your career either. Because your show... We had a bet, me and my sister. I think your show is going to be cancelled by the end of the first season. It's not going to get renewed. India thought that it's going to get cancelled before the end of season 1. So we'll see which one of us is right there. I think it was a bubble tea was the bet or something like that. I mean, I'm just taking the piss, obviously. She's had a very long career by internet standards, all right? She's been around for like maybe nearly 10 years. I don't know. Between like 8 and 10 years probably. So I appreciate success. I am happy that she got the opportunity. I'm not sure she was the right YouTuber to get the opportunity. Now, I'm not saying I'm the right YouTuber, obviously not. Maybe. But I think there were like a dozen potential other people from the internet, YouTube space, social media space, who could have actually done this and had a real go of it. I don't know if she's improved that much, you know, monologue-wise, opening-wise, hosting-wise, because hosting in the first episode was really, really bad. Her monologue obviously was god awful, but I think that generally people improve over time unless you're really bad at the job. So there's still hope that she'll improve and not be as garbage as she seems to be, but I'm not going to be there to see the garbage. I mean, yeah, she says don't make meme videos. This isn't a meme videos, it's basically facts. Facts? Did I say facts? It's basically facts. The show is like doing really, really badly. It's less than like 700,000 viewers. Really, 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 really no bueno. Not good. Very, very bad. Now, obviously she's talking here about being mean and stuff like that. I remember she had that one video which went relatively viral. Maybe a year and a half ago. Maybe. It was about like rednecks and people being racist, calling her like a Asian blah 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 whatever it was. And watching that video, I remember thinking to myself, you have the mindset of an actual 6-year-old. Maybe like a 14-year-old. Maybe closer to 14 and 6. Maybe 13. I don't want to give you the 14-year-old status. Maybe 13. You just turned into the teens. And the entire concept of the video was basically shut up. That was the concept. I think a line in there was something about removing you from internet access. Something like that. Like basically censorship. So my thing is, I think education is the most important thing, right? In whatever facet of life it is, right? And in the case of racism, education is more important than yelling at someone and saying shut up. Like if someone's racist, I'll be like, man, you're racist. But if someone's gonna be like, nah, that racist should shut up and not speak, I'm gonna side with the racist there instead of you, because I want them to speak so I can try and change their mind. All right, I can actually, oh, that's a buzzword there, influence on them in a positive way. And as I said before, I've never experienced real racism, okay? Microaggressions, that type of bullshit, I don't know what that is, all right? But I'm not having that. That's just ridiculousness.
Oh, some woman looked at me weird. Okay, I was microaggressed. I feel so weak and oppressed.
Shut up. But I think that talking, I said shut up, don't be so stupid. Like, actually explain to me what you mean by that, and then I can say you're stupid. Whereas she just doesn't want to hear the reasoning behind that. I think that generally talking is better than fighting. Unless you're really rearing for a fight, in which case, man, you do you, because sometimes you just need to get it out of you. But yeah, I think that really hit me in terms of showing where her mentality is. When you come across someone who disagrees with you, who you vehemently oppose, your idea and concept is to just shut them down, don't let them talk. And to me, that's being mean anyway. You're the one with like literal millions and millions of dollars, probably in the tens of millions of dollars at this point, has a huge career, you know, and congrats and well done for duping the world. Like, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. But seriously, well done for doing what you've done. But I think that your mindset needs to be changed. And this is why when people talk about late night hosts, you're just a new crop of these people. When it comes to these people, no one ever badmouths Conan O'Brien, right? But you see videos about like Jimmy Kimmel and occasionally Fallon and Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers and Trevor Noah and you. No one ever says bad things about Conan O'Brien. I don't know why that is. I mean, I do, because Conan is the best. Conan is king. King Conan, all right? My guy, honestly, he's actually a genius. All these other guys are, I think Stephen Colbert can be funny, but most of them are just not funny at all. And Conan is a literal god of comedy. And he doesn't get too political. He gets political when he really means to. It's not just by the by, throw out all these random political jokes. He means what he says what he means, and he has a point to when he goes down that route. Whereas all these other guys just throw it willy-nilly every episode. There's a joke about this, or a joke about that, or a joke about an orange man who's very bad. Which, by the way, he's not exactly the best. But, you know, you don't need to ram that down someone's throat for the fun of it. So yeah, you're saying imagine making a living by posting meme videos on YouTube. I would argue that you have done that yourself and that your show actively does that against people who disagree with your point of view. So, you know, you speak a lot of shit. You speak a lot of nonsense. But that's just you. And we can love that and appreciate that. And you're so brave and wonderful. And, oh my God, she's a queen. I said Conan is king. She's a queen. Yes, queen. Yes! Amazing. Amazing. The point is, get your head out of your ass. All right? People are dicks. That's how the world works. You're not going to eradicate all the dicks in the world. Because if you did that, you'd eradicate all the men and 95% are women. All right? That's just the way it is. You know, yeah. It's just the way it is. So Lilly Singh, stop being an idiot. Actually, maybe read a book. There are a lot of books. There are a lot of books behind me right now, all right? What one would I suggest to you today? Oh, no, not that. You don't even want to know what I was about to pick out there. That was actually funny. Let's go with, just for the fun of it. I don't know why this is going to help you, but it's a great one. You know, I'm not going to say it, but interesting nonetheless. I'm getting through it. That's why my mind went straight to that. So yeah, maybe read a book, do some research, and don't be so ignorant to the concept that you don't need to just bash someone and ignore them if you don't agree with them. The best way to change someone is not to tell them to shut up if you don't agree with them, is to tell them, why do you feel that way? How can I change your opinion? Maybe you need to learn that. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to that channel down there. If you didn't, then the Queen herself will come after you. Queen Bee, Lilly Singh. God, that is depressing. She'll come after you. You don't want that. You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. And I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. I make a video every single day. It's getting tedious, but I love it. I do love it. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.